everyone, I am Matthew Thomas with Super Cool Radio. Joining me at this time, he is the drummer for Two-Faced Wilson and recently released his first solo EP under Diecast Romance. Please welcome Bryan Knickerbocker.
Hello, everybody. It's glad to be on the show, man. Thank you for having me.
Of course, man. Actually, I got to see you right before everything shut down. It was in January. Two-Faced Wilson opened at the Music Factory.
Oh, yeah. God, who else was there?
This is not the end.
Yeah, that was
Bing.
that was Ice Fest. We called that Ice Fest lovingly because that was during that big nasty ice storm. I remember that. They were Phil, the guitar player for Elsie Banks, and I. We had a competition afterwards. We were both wearing Converse, and we were seeing how far we could slide on the ice out in the parking lot because it got that bad.
Yeah, I left around midnight because I had to get home to Indiana. So I don't have to drive. And
Right.
yeah, I slid off the road. I slid off into an exit. So luckily I didn't go completely off the road. So I was able to get back on the road myself. But yeah, it was icy up there for sure.
Yeah, luckily my roadie's got a really nice 2019 Chevy Silverado. So the only thing we really had to worry about was that the trailer didn't slide and, cause more problems.
Yeah, it was a fun show. I mean, there
was a good amount of people there. I was surprised. I was considering the weather. My dad drove all the way from Lansing down to come see us.
Wow. Yeah. Now you guys you opened the show. It was a really fun time. So I'm glad able to finally get you on the show and chat with you.
Definitely.
So I'm gonna start with what I think is a fun question. People might say it's challenging, but it's my show. So what is one album people should listen to in their lifetime?
Operation Mindcrime.
That was a quick response.
In my opinion, it is the perfect concept album. It covers so much ground. Jeff Tate was at his highest at that point. Everything was great. I mean, I'm a big Queensryche fan. My dad got me into all that good music when I was younger, so luckily I'm not one of these weirdos that listen to whatever. I don't know. It's whatever you want to listen to, but yeah, Queensryche, Operation Mindcrime. Knock it out right there.
That's one of the quickest responses I've had to that question. Usually it takes people a few seconds to at least, think about it. But yeah, and Queensryche's still around too. I saw John 5 open for him, I think end of 2019, beginning of 2020. That would be a really cool tour. I wish I could have seen.
Yeah, their new lead singer that they got to replace Jeff Tate. I said it when I was talking to people about it. He sounds more like Jeff Tate than Jeff Tate does now. He I don't know, he just sounds better. Jeff Tate's kind of a I'm friends on Facebook with his wife and daughter, so I have to be careful what I say. He's an amazing person. Please hire me as your drummer. No, he's I'm talking about Queensryche, so I probably screwed the pooch on that anyways. But yeah, Queensryche is the new lead singer is doing phenomenally. So yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, also shout out to Jeff Tate if you watch this. Well, please watch my show, please.
I mean, I'll share it on my page. Maybe, a couple people will see it, hopefully.
All right, now, since this is your interview, I'm going to focus and talk about you. When did you know you wanted to become a musician?
I know it's very cliche, but I was one of those pots and pans kids growing up. My grandma will tell plenty of stories about, just sitting in her kitchen with the spoons and, all that stuff. I don't know, musician, I can't really pinpoint a specific time. I've just always loved music. I mean, like I said, my dad was a very big influence, got me into a lot of really good music. I'm a big Kiss fan. That was his big thing that he got into me. I got a tattoo right here of Mickey Mouse with Gene Simmons makeup on. If I didn't have my baseball shirt on, I would show that. But we met them back in 2018 at the Van Andel Arena. Got to meet him. My dad cried. So but yeah, that he got me into a lot of good music, and I can just recall just always kind of just it put me at peace. I mean, it's gotten me through some really tough times. I think the first instrument that I got was an acoustic guitar, and I learned how to play Let It Be, like the finger style version of that. Don't ask me, I don't remember at all how to do it. I couldn't even if I tried. But and then I think my stepmom's sister, her husband had a drum set, and I saw him like, oh, what's that? It's a drum set. You want to play it? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Duh, duh, duh. And it you know, as soon as I felt that power, and I think it was a little bit of ADHD because I was like, ooh, shiny things, and so it kind of just blossomed from there, and I realized that I was pretty good at it without having a formal training. So I was like, hey, this is kind of cool, and it's all about leaving a legacy. I think I'm with the EP. I'm probably skipping a couple of subjects forward, but the music that I'm making, I've told everybody I want to make something that'll outlive me. Like, it's all about leaving a legacy.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what music is. I think Chris Cornell, I might be butchering this quote, but music's there when everyone else is gone.
Absolutely. Yeah. And may he rest in peace as well.
That's right. Yes. Fantastic musician, for sure.
Got to
With
see
everything,
them.
not just like Soundgarden, but also like Audio Slave, which was like kind of a different style, a different tone for him with Rage Against the Machine as his players.
Yeah, but I mean, it was still Tom Morello though. Like you could tell, easy. That was Tom.
Oh yeah, you can't mistake Tom Morello for for his sound and style. It's just it's him.
I've seen people try and they do not succeed.
I wouldn't even try, but you know what? Nope, he is legendary. I am good. I'll just be playing acoustic covers of the Beatles.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that too. The Beatles are good.
All right. Well, before we get to your EP, I do talk about just one quick thing. So you said you have 2 endorsement deals you got going on. Who are they with?
Yeah, so I've been with Soul Tone Cymbals for, I think this is my second year. It'll be my second year this summer. Great company. Love their products, and I mean, it's not even I don't get paid to say anything. Like I genuinely like the stuff that they do, and my more recent one. This will be also my second year, but slightly less than the other one is Collision Drumsticks out of the UK. Yeah, I mean the 2 things that I always wanted to get endorsement deals for first was cymbals and sticks because those are the things that break the easiest.
That's
and
smart.
I got cymbals, and the owner of the company actually reached out to me on Instagram. I posted like a picture of my drum set. He's like, "Hey, if you want to try our stuff," and I was like, "Cool," because I was like, am I allowed to swear on here?
Oh yeah, no, it's uncensored.
Okay.
Go for it.
I was like, holy shit! Like this like owner of a company is like getting a hold of me to try their stuff. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna try their stuff, and I tried it, and it was really good. I mean, I'd kind of been floating around like I use the other like Vic Firth and other stuff like that, but I'm totally in love with it. I've gotten a couple other of my drumming friends to apply for endorsement deals, and like I said, I don't get paid to say any of this stuff. It's all like I genuinely. I mean, I kind of have to say that I like them, or else they'll they can kick me out of the club. But I do also genuinely enjoy the product. It's hard. It's hard to be really excited about a piece of wood with some plastic on the end of it, but I mean, I love them.
But yeah, for a drummer, I mean that is your instrument, that is your tools to make music. So no, I can totally see. I like how you do walk a thin line when you start talking about an endorsement deal. Jeff Tate.
I mean, I'm a drummer for hire. I mean, I may have a band that I'm in, but I am always looking for another opportunity to get myself out there. That's why I'm hanging out with you tonight.
That's right. Typical radioverse, man.
Hell yeah.
All right. So now, the big thing, and this is actually what you talked about when you first contacted me about being on Super Cool Radio, was your brand new solo EP that you recently released. It is Diecast Romance. How was it writing and recording the your first solo EP?
Stressful. I mean, well, so just as kind of like as an other side of the coin type of thing, the band that I've been with for the last 3 years is Two-Face Wilson. It's my one of my good buddies. The lead singer, Adam Drosha. Hi, I'm doing more free publicity for you. Hi.
Adam, nice to see you too.
So it's a solo project, but he gets musicians to play when he needs to, and I've been the drummer that's been consistent for the last 3 years. I think I missed 2 shows in the last 3 years, which, I mean, considering COVID, I got a pretty good track record. I'm at like 95%.
That's an A.
But yeah, and so he writes all the music, and I just show up. I put my flavor on whatever he wants me to do, and then we play, and I leave. Like I punch my card, and I'm fine with that. And so, like, what I was thinking, I was like, I got all these other influences because I love music in general, most music. So, I wanted to write like a punk song. I wanted to do a drum duet with a buddy of mine, and the ballad on the album, Sweet Vanessa, was written by my good friend Ryan Napper from back in high school. I lost somebody very close to me back in high school. She had a car accident, and we kind of sat down and we're like, hey, let's write a song. And so that song was going on 11 years old when it was finally written, or when it was finally recorded. He gave me his blessing to record it myself. And the drum duet, that Cross Border Shopping, that was written in an 8-hour session in the studio, just one day. Darren Curtis and Phil Stewart, shout out to both of them. Phil Stewart especially, he definitely helped me co-pilot this whole thing, and he's more along the lines of a full-time collaborator now, so it's not really like a solo project anymore. And then Your Anthem, which features your friend Jammie Bosstel. That was the funny thing is about that song, I always like to tell this story. My wife doesn't really like that I tell the story, but that song was written after we had an argument. And I just went to my room and I just banged out this guitar riff just all straight through, and then I grabbed my bass and I bashed that all the way through. And it's funny because Jammie wrote these really inspirational lyrics to a song that started out as like fighting. It was born out of an argument and turned into this this inspirational song because Jammie wrote the lyrics to it, and I'm it was cool. But as far as writing the album, a lot of it was done more in the studio. Like I thought that I was more prepared than I was actually, and then it was my producer, Kevin Williams. Love that guy to death. Great guy. Call him Dad. Dad's mad. But I got my 40 licks about some things, and so hopefully the next EP that'll hopefully be coming out by the end of the year. I already started working on that. Will be a little bit easier, but it was stressful. I mean, it was during COVID, like the height of COVID. Everything was shut down. I was just kind of sitting on my hands, and I was like, let's do something. So I called up some people, got them involved, and luckily I was getting an extra $600 a week from the government from unemployment because my factory was shut down. And yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. It was, like I said, it was stressful because everything kind of fell back on me, decision making wise, but it ended up being this great thing, and it's already over 7,000 streams on Spotify as of today when you're recording this. I know it's not going to come out till next week, so it'll probably be at 10,000 by then, the way it's going now, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure by then. But yeah, it sounds like you collaborated a lot of great musicians, and even a South Bend connection, as you said, with Jammie. But how did you choose the musicians you work with? You work with Jammie, Andrew Ketcham, Darren Curtis, Allie Whiteford, Jen Reed. How did you have these people in mind when you first started this solo project?
All the people from LC Binks, I did. Phil works at the studio. He's an assistant engineer and also does some producing there as well. So I kind of wanted, I knew that he was going to be involved. Darren, also of LC Binks, phenomenal. They're all phenomenal. I'm just going to cover everybody in one shot. They're all phenomenal people.
The LC Binks crew is just like some of the most hardworking and amazing people I've had the pleasure of working with.
And they're so nice. They're so nice. But anyways, yeah, Darren, I had mentioned to him like, hey, let's do like a USA versus Canada drum duel because I'm from Wisconsin originally. Go Pat, go! Don't shoot me. And he's from Ontario, Canada. So I kind of want to do this thing, and then it slowly evolved into what it is now. Jen, she came in a little late. That was at Phil's recommendation to do some keyboards. Andrew, also a co-collaborator. He's a phenomenal musician. He was the bass player at the January show that you guys that you went to back in January. He plays in guitar and Let It Rot out of Lansing, Michigan now. But he's a good buddy. So I'd been playing in Two-Face Wilson with him for a year or so, and he got wind of me doing this thing, and he's like, hey, if you want to need some help, I'm bored too, let's do it. And so he came in a little late. Allie sings at church at the First Lutheran Church in Charlotte, Michigan with me, and she is a phenomenal singer. I mean, you listen, so she wasn't my first choice, not that I wouldn't have chosen her, but I had somebody else in mind, and I couldn't get. We were having some scheduling issues, and she learned that whole song in 2 weeks. Came in probably about 4 hours and banged out the whole song. First time ever. That's her first ever professional recorded music ever. That song. Yeah.
I mean, I do encourage people to listen to that because I mean it was really cool. Like it was really good, honestly. Like the vocals, they really just stood out, honestly, in my opinion.
In a good way, though.
Oh yeah. No, I'm all positive.
Yeah, and then Jammie, I've known Jammie for God bless, probably 11 years now. I was originally gonna audition. I answered a Craigslist ad that he had to audition for his original band, Arson Radio, way back in 2011, and I lived in Kalamazoo at the time, and transportation and whatnot, and I ended up moving down to Kentucky for a couple of years. But we kept in contact, and I had gotten a hold of him. I said, hey, I got this song, because he was kind of pushing the whole I'll do collaborations thing, and I was like, hey, well, collaborate. And yeah, he went and knocked that out for me. So yeah, everybody did phenomenal. I was very, very blessed to work with the people that I did, and I call them all friends, which is the important part.
Work with people you call friends, especially making, collaborating, making music, having fun. That's what making music is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Jammie, he asked me about it. He was like, hey, have you heard of Bryan Knickerbocker? I was like, yeah, he's a drummer for Two-Face Wilson. So I was like, yeah, I know who he is. So he's like, yeah, I did a song for him.
Yeah, we keep trying. He and I, we've been trying to share the stage together for a while now. He's a little bit more on the selective side as far as which shows he does, which I get it. So I think we're gonna finally play together in August, opening up for the Lonely Ones in Battle Creek. That show's been moved 4 times now.
Yeah.
And so help me God if it doesn't happen.
Well, hold on, before you go into there.
I want to play. Like, yeah, we got it. Wait, but Two-Face Wilson's got a show next month, and I am all for it. I'm ready to go.
Dude, yes, I'm actually, dude, I'm looking for live music too, man. I mean, the Lonely One, I got free tickets to see the Lonely Ones in South Bend, And
Did
it's like,
you?
oh, yeah, because I want to, my brother won a contest, so I was like, cool. Guess what? Guess who's going with you?
This guy.
That's right. So yeah, it was supposed to be like August of 2020, and then it was supposed to be March of 2021. Now I think it's back to like August of 2021. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
even know anymore.
August 22nd is the Music Factory show, so it should be somewhere
I think
around
it's the
there.
21st. No, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember. But I want to see the Lonely Ones because, like, especially the latest single, "I Changed the Station."
Oh
That
my
rocked.
God, that blew like the three single the Flash cover, that was fucking awesome.
Yep.
And the other two originals they put out were really good. All the guys from Boba Flex are good friends of mine. But yeah, I heard Change the Station, and I was like, whew, like if this doesn't turn some heads, man, they are not doing things right. Somebody messed up somewhere.
Yeah, it's like that's like something you got to like buckle in to listen to because like
Yeah.
my face was gone after that
Yeah.
song.
I
Was
listened
killer.
to it. I listened to it at 6:30 in the morning, right when the line started. When I work at General Motors, and 6:30 in the morning, I downloaded it, put it in my playlist, and I was like, all right, let's start it off. And I was just like, well, I'm awake now at least.
Yeah, skip the
Goodness
coffee
gracious,
for today.
I'm good.
Yeah, no, they absolutely rock. So that's why I'm looking forward to seeing them live one day. Hopefully, one day.
Soon, fingers crossed. Get the vaccine, please. I want to do stuff again.
Yeah, so I just have to see what happens. But yeah, dude, live music hopefully comes back soon. Hopefully, we get to rock together, see you again. So a lot of
Absolutely.
fun. But going back Diecast Romance real quick, if anyone
Yeah.
has not listened to the EP, what can they expect?
It's only 3 songs, so that you can expect it to be over quicker than you would expect. That's what she said. It's it's eclectic. I didn't really go in with an expected genre to fit into. Like there's a ballad that doesn't have any drums. There's a drum duet, which is whatever you feel like calling it, hard rock, I guess. And then your anthem, which is punk. Yeah, great vocals, great musicianship, pretty good songwriting, if I do say so myself. For my first time doing it, I thought I did pretty good. Yeah, it's eclectic. I guess that would be the best way to describe what you'd expect, and uh, hopefully I'll get a more focused direction where I'm kind of thinking about going in a heavier direction. My guitar player brought over a 7-string guitar, so we're working on that. And super cool radio exclusive, we're thinking about throwing together a pop goes punk version of the song Pop by NSYNC.
Well, you heard it here for the first time
You
here on
heard
Super
it
Cool
here
Radio.
first. Yes, you did. Exclusive just for you, Matt.
That's probably gonna be the teaser for this episode. I'm telling you that right now.
Hopefully we can pull it off. That's a lot of moving
That's a
parts,
lot.
and
That's what I was gonna say.
that's taking my vocal direction, my vocal directing to the extreme, because I know so many great vocalists, but that's something that you got to figure out. Like,
You got to make a plan for that song. You can't just like show up and be like, "All right, we're doing In Sync today." It's like,
yeah,
no, let's
no,
plan this out.
nope, yep, that's gonna be the make or break moment for me. I feel like I'm gonna lose some hair over that song, but I'm
Well,
gonna get
go
it
for
out. I'm gonna get it out one way or the other.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to that. Sounds like you got a lot of cool things coming up. But also,
Yeah.
you said you got a show come up with Two-Face Wilson. So what has been going on with Two-Face Wilson? Anything you got coming up or any kind of fun stuff?
Yeah, we kind of took a break. Obviously with Michigan being Michigan, we kind of like to chill out. I have a family. Adam has not a family, but he has family, so we pretty much took the holidays off, and we're kind of waiting it out to see how COVID goes. But as of right now, we have a show on March 26th at the Music Factory. That is a benefit show for the Music Factory. All proceeds will be going to Jeff and Buffy to keep local music alive. They are phenomenal people, and they deserve every bit of help that they can get. Let's see, Frame 42 will be there. They're a great band out of Detroit. They are all young, like young, but boy, are they good. Then Two-Face Wilson, a band called Stage Drive out of, I think, Ann Arbor area. Kayla Drange is a good friend of mine.
Yep.
And then we will also have Loa, a sludge rock band out of Lansing. Great, also great people. We played a couple shows with them before, and they're good friends of mine. And 19 Till Dawn, they're back from the Planet Rock days, back when that was what the Music Factory was called. After that, I think we're doing a festival. As of this is all everything after this is tentative. So we're looking at doing a Celebrate Charlotte Festival in early June. And then we thinking about maybe getting like a weekend tour around if July looks good enough. We've done one the last 2 years. Yeah, we'll see what happens. That's all. I mean, shit, the show next month is hypothetical at this point, but the way that everything's trending, where it's looking a little bit more, it's looking promising. Yeah, a little bit better than it was, at least.
Yeah, seems like things are starting to move in the right direction. I do hope that that the shows and things you do have planned after March could have can hopefully happen, because
we're planning on trying to get a show or two down in your area, so we'll have to hang out and yeah. We played Fort Wayne's been really good to us recently. We played the Vibes venue back when it was the Glory Hub. We played the Muse on Main. Played Mishawaka. We played Mishawaka a couple times. So yeah, Northern Indiana is doing pretty damn good for Two-Face Wilson.
Yes. Well, hey, we're all here to support Two-Face music, independent music, local music. We really enjoy it, especially in Indiana. I haven't been to Fort Wayne. I haven't been to the venues in Fort Wayne, but I heard they're actually very nice. Like the Muse on Main, my friend's Hourglass went there. I heard they said it was a really cool venue.
Yeah, it's a dry bar, so you can't drink. They got a lot of really cool pops. Like I said, I'm a Kiss fan, and I got to try the Kiss Cola that they came out with. My dad was really jealous. But yeah, it's cool. It's a nice area. Yeah, the Muse on Main's cool. They dealt with some unfortunate stuff late last year, I think, and they're kind of getting back on their feet, which is good. There was an incident at the venue, but it's from the sounds of it, they're starting to get some shows back and do stuff, and the guys are really cool that work there, that own the place and run the place. And
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, Fort Wayne's got a lot of cool places. I know. I think they're bringing back Pierre's, from what I heard. I'm not too familiar with that, but that's what I've heard.
Yep, Pierre's is coming back. I'd never been there, but Jamie's excited about it, of course. A lot of my Indiana friends are looking forward to it. Yeah, from the pictures and the videos that I've seen from the inside of it, it looks like everything looks real pretty on the inside. So
yeah, I've heard they might be having some bigger shows come there too. So we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, that'll be definitely another cool venue hosting shows. I mean, I'm all for it.
Absolutely, yeah. It's it gets a little crowded on the weekend with everybody trying to play when there are shows. So the more choices that everybody has, the easier it is to accommodate everybody.
Exactly, and I think that's definitely key to get stuff moving in the right direction.
Definitely.
So I got a cool question before we go home.
Okay.
What music have you been listening to this week, Bryan?
A lot of Ice Nine Kills. I'm really loving their stuff. I mean, I had heard it on the radio, but I've kind of been digging back deeper before the Silver Scream. obviously the Lonely Ones, like we were talking about. A lot of local bands. Stage Drive is putting out a new song tonight at midnight. So by the time
Yes.
people see this, go check it out. I think it's
Yes.
called Same. Nope, I'm not even going to try because I don't want to mess it up. But Stage Drive, check them out.
Yes, they're really cool.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I got my Spotify's got about 3,000 songs on it, so it just kind of rolls through. But as far as stuff that I've really been, another band that I really like is called Mariana's Trench. They're out of Canada. Yeah, they're out of Canada. It's basically, it's like Snow Patrol kind of like it's a lot of vocal harm. I'm a sucker for vocal harmonies. I'll tell you. I like Shania Twain and In Sync back when I was younger. I think that was where it's probably started, was all the vote. But like Mariana's Trench has some of the coolest vocal harmonies I have heard in a long time. Like musically, it's chill, but like there's some cuss words in it, so like it's not But I really really like it. That dude's got a hell of a voice.
Good disclaimer about that. But yeah, I've heard a little bit of their stuff, and yeah, it's a trip. Honestly, I can't really describe it as anything else.
One song that I would recommend for people to start with is "Who Do You Love." That's a really good one. That's got all those vocal harmonies, and it's very anthemic, I guess would be another way to describe a lot of their music. It's got those really big kind of moments and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what's on my Spotify.
Nice. Yeah, I've been this week. I've got really into Rollins Band this week, so I've been going through and listening to their stuff. Then of course, Elsie Binks, Diecast Romance. Been prepping for this interview, so I'm listening to that
Absolutely.
stuff.
Yeah.
Kaleido, also out of Michigan.
Kaleido's
I
great.
mentioned Rags and Riches. I'm not sure if you've heard of them. They played a show up here last year. They're like kind of like it's more like pop, kind of like Imagine Dragons style music. And
Okay.
so yeah, but no, they're planning to release some new stuff coming up here soon. So I've been listening to their other stuff, and
I
they're
will
really
check
cool.
that out.
Yeah, they're really cool. I got to interview them for the show, and yeah, they're two brothers out of Kentucky.
Nice. Kentucky. Go Cards. Wait, yep, I did it right. Haha.
That's right. Everything's reversed on the camera.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, Bryan.
Just got to do my lefts. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah, it's all right. We've only come to the end of the interview, but I do got one more thing before I let you go.
Okay.
What can we expect from you, Diecast Romance, Two-Face Wilson, all the stuff you got going on for this year, 2021? It's already February.
Diecast Romance, hopefully some new music. At least I'm going to have a single out by the end of the year. If not, we're looking at 4-song EP, but finance permitting is the big key, as it is always. Two-Face Wilson, getting out there doing shows as often as we can. Bringing blues rock back to the masses, man. It's I gotta say people have given me some strange comments when they see me play, because I have a quite large drum set for the type of music that's played. So people are a little confused sometimes. And then our bass player is very funk, slap pop type of stuff. And then Adam.
That's a good way to describe him. I agree.
But yeah, we're just trying to get shows out there. It's a fun show to watch. Like I said, at the very least, you can sit there and be like, why the fuck does that drummer have so much stuff? He could go with like a third of that stuff and do fine.
Well, now that you say, like, thinking back to that show, and then now that you say that, yes, that is a very large drum set to do not as much.
So if I remember correctly, I think I was playing in two. I was playing in two bands tonight, because I ended up filling in for a cover band that was headlining the show. Their drummer, they had drummer issues last minute, so I learned their whole set in like 3 or 4 days. So I brought more specifically for that, but like it's not a whole lot less most of the time. And if I had a nickel for every time anybody was like, you could just like, I got it. Just I have to carry it around, and I'm okay with it. So that's why I have a roadie. Hi, Nate. Love you, buddy. So that's why I have a roadie.
But also, if Two-Faced Wilson should make a shirt saying "Bringing blues rock back to the masses." I would buy one.
We got to get a logo done first. My dad's an artist. He's the one that painted that drum head on the front of my drum set. I think when you saw it, what was it, white? The front of it with like a bullseye on it. Yeah, that was the first one. My dad's got
over here.
So long ago, golly. 2020 went by so quick though, didn't it? Jeez.
That's some parts.
Yeah, but anyways, he's so sorry. He's been working on a logo, and hopefully we'll get it done soon. I'd love to get some merch done just because I want to wear it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not getting paid a whole hell of a lot from these shows, if at all. Why not at least get some merch out to make it profitable, or try to make it profitable, cover expenses? I got to pay for a roadie, for crying out loud. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, Nate, come on.
Yeah, Nate. No, Nate's a good guy. He doesn't tell me no a whole lot, which I may come back to bite him in the ass at some point. I haven't decided yet.
You gotta watch out, Nate.
He knows. I used to make a joke with him. I was like, I brought this up to him. I was like, yeah, you don't really tell me no a whole lot. He goes, yeah, no, I mean, I'm just happy to be here. I got nothing better to do. I'm like, dude, I could probably ask you to go score me some Coke. I don't. Let's disclaimer. But I was like, man, I could ask you to go and like score me some Coke. And he's like, yeah, maybe, probably. I'm like, no, you're supposed to say no, Nate.
Well, now you made that joke. Say no to drugs, kids. Not a good idea.
Yes, weed is not a drug, so that's okay. Nancy Reagan was wrong. Damn it.
I'm just gonna leave that one alone.
It's legal up here. I can say. I'm allowed to say you can't.
Not so much for me.
I don't want to get you in trouble.
Well, that's only if Jeff Tate watches.
Correct. Yep. Which I will try my hardest. I'll see what I can do.
So now that we circled back to the beginning of the interview with the reference.
Right.
Bryan, thank you so much for hanging out here on Super Cool Radio. Great time chatting with you about everything you got going on. Sounds like you got a lot of cool stuff, hopefully in the works soon. And please, everyone, check out Diecast Romance. It is some really cool, and it's just a variety and a trip of different music and elements, and also guest musicians as well.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. I'm also on Instagram. I'm trying to push that a little bit this year as well. To the spelled out TWO_faced drummer. Blow up Contrivance. That's the name of the EP. I really love making music, and I love that people care as much as they have, because I was not expecting the amount of support that I got. Or to be able to do cool stuff, like this. I love that you took time out of your week and interviewed this random ass dude from up north. This was really fun. I enjoyed this. Normally I do a podcast with Ari Roynella from Of Saints and Scoundrels, Drumming in the Trenches podcast. Quick little plug there at the end. So I'm normally not on this side of the chair, so it was nice to be able to talk about myself for once instead of asking all the questions.
Yeah, a great time, chatting with you, and it's always fun. As my first response to you about how do you pick, someone to interview, like someone who's going to be fun, and I've seen you live, I follow what you've been doing, so I was like, we're going to have a good conversation, and we did. It was awesome.
I always try, I always joke about having a big head, and it's like, hey, at least it's full of something. I mean, it might be shit, but who knows? And I can get through an interview relatively unscathed.
It was fun. Plus, we're gonna be featuring a teaser for Your Anthem, featuring my friend and your friend Jammie Bosstel, local South Bend musician. So that'll be coming up very shortly.
And Andrew Ketcham of Let It Rot on lead guitar as well.
Yes, also featuring Andrew on guitar. So for Bryan Knickerbocker of Two-Face Wilson and Diecast Romance, I am Matthew Thomas with Super Cool Radio. Thank you for watching. And now here is a teaser for Your Anthem.